Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Dadamahyam Dadati Swamapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we'll start with a nice verse by Srila Rupa Goswami. In yesterday's discussion at another center, we also started with a verse of Srila Rupa Goswami. And yesterday here we started with the song of Rupa Goswami. So Srila Rupa Goswami is the fountainhead, Srila Prabhupada explains, of our parampara. So Srila Rupa Goswami has given a very poetic, very devotionally enriching verse about Shri Krishna. So let us hear and chant that first, and then we will get into the prayers of Gajendra. Keli Vihita Yamala Arjuna Bhanjana is the first line. Keli Vihita Yamalarjuna Bhanjana. Yamalarjuna refers to the two Yamalarjuna trees. And Bhanjana refers to uprooting or liberation. Keli Vihita, performing playful pastimes. Keli refers to play, like Jala Keli means water pastimes. So in Hindi as we say Khelna. So Keli Vihita Yamalarjuna Bhanjana. Shri Krishna uplifted the two Yamalarjuna trees just playing as Damodar. We know the story of how Manigriva and Nalakuvera were delivered. They were initially cursed and then later uplifted. Manigriva and Nalakuvera later on, as they beg Damodar for eternal service, Damodar gives them the position of Snigdha Kantha and Madhu Kantha, the two eternal traveling associates of the Lord, who everywhere just describe the glories of the Lord. That is the eternal service of Manigriva and Nalakuvera. Snigdha Kantha and Madhu Kantha. Madhu means sweetness and Snigdha also means sweetness. It's Sneha. Kantha. With their throat, they're always singing and chanting the names of Krishna. So, Keli Vihita Yamalarjuna Bhanjana. Krishna playing his role of a baby, he uplifted the Yamalarjuna trees. It is described in the Damodar Leela by our acharyas that Krishna was crawling and he looked at the two Yamalarjuna trees and he thought to himself, their names are Arjuna and they're eternally bound. In the future, I'm going to have a friend by the name Arjuna and he's eternally liberated. People with the same name should have the same quality. How is it that in the future, because Krishna has a friend called Arjuna in Vrindavan who is eternally liberated, and in the Pandava camp, Krishna has a friend called Arjuna who is also eternally liberated. So Krishna is thinking, when these two Arjunas, the Arjuna in Vrindavan and the Arjuna Pandava, are both Arjuna and both liberated, then how come these two are also Arjuna but eternally bound? So it is my duty, because they have the same name, to give them the same destination. And Krishna crawls and uplifts the trees. Sripad Sanatana Goswami and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comment that Krishna crawled with a wooden grinding motor and uplifted the two trees. We know the pastime. You know, the wooden grinding mortar gets stuck between the trees. And Krishna pulls and the trees are uplifted. So this question is asked by the Acharyas, that who uplifted the trees? Was it Damodar or was it the wooden grinding mortar? And the answer is it was the wooden grinding mortar. It was not Damodar. Damodar didn't do this. He didn't push the trees. He pulled the wooden grinding mortar, and it was the wooden grinding mortar which uplifted the trees. So they're asking this question, who did it? And they're answering, the motor did it. Then the question is, how did the motor do it? And then the answer is very, very crispy and ecstatic. They say the motor did it because with faith and without any opposition, this wooden grinding mortar followed the footsteps of Krishna. As Krishna was walking, the wooden grinding mortar followed Krishna. And if a wooden grinding mortar, by simply faithfully, without any hesitation, follows the footsteps of the Lord and gets empowered to deliver the trees, what to speak of living beings who follow the footsteps of Gurujan? How much more they will be empowered. If the wooden grinding mortar being inanimate can uplift the animate, what to speak of another animate who follows? How much more he can be empowered. So Keli Vihita Yamalarjuna Bhanjana. Krishna, by just performing sporting pastimes, he uplifted. Then Rupa Goswami Pad says, Su Lalita Charita Nikhila Janaranjana. Su Lalita Charita. Lalita means very attractive and beautiful, like Lalita Devi. So Su Lalita Charita. Krishna's activities are Su Lalita, very attractive and very beautiful. Su Lalita Charita Nikhila Janaranjana. Nikhila means the whole universe, everything. So the word khila means incomplete. And the word akhila or nikhila means complete. That which is not incomplete. So nikhila jana ranjana, the whole cosmic jana, souls, ranjana, attraction or giving pleasure. Sulalita Charita Nikhila Jana Ranjana. By performing beautiful pastimes, Krishna attracts the hearts of all living beings. What to speak of living beings? Even inanimate things are attracted. Keli Vihita Yamala Arjuna Bhanjana Sulalita Charita Nikhila Jana Ranjana. Now the third is very interesting. In Vrindavan there is a bird called Khanjana. And the Khanjan birds are the most restless birds in Vrindavan. Other birds, at least they'll have a nest in one place. But the Khanjan, it will make a nest in one branch, and then make another nest in another branch, and then make another nest in another tree, and then make another nest in another forest. And continuously restless, flapping, 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 flapping. But Srila Rupa Goswami Pad says, this Khanjan, which is the most restless thing, lost in the fight of restlessness to Krishna's dancing eyes. Krishna's eyes are always dancing, looking around. So, Lochana Nartana Jita Chala Khanjana. Lochana, Krishna's eyes, Nartana, are always dancing. Like a baby, when he's stealing butter, always looking around whether Brajagopis are coming or not. So his eyes are dancing so much. Lochana Nartana Jita, they have won over Chala Khanjana. That Khanjan which is Chanchala. Very restless. Lochana Nartana Jita Chala Khanjana. And therefore, Rupa Goswami Pad says, Mam Paripalaya, oh may that Krishna protect me. Because who is he? Kaliya Ganjana. Oh, he's the destroyer of the pride of Kaliya. So may that Krishna protect me. So if you see, it's so rhythmic. Keli Vihita Yamalabjana Bhanjana Sulalita Charita Nikhila Jana Ranjana Lochana Nartana Jita Chala Khanjana Mam Paripalaya Kaliya Ganjana. So, did you like it? This is Rupa Goswami. So please repeat. Keli Vihita Yamalabjana Bhanjana
Keli Vihita Yamalabjana
Sulalita Charita Nikhila Janaranjana.
Sulalita Charita Nikhila Janaranjana.
Lochana Nartana Jita Chalakhanjana.
Lochana Nartana Jita Chalakhanjana.
Mam Paripalaya Kaliya Ganjana. So we have one extra prayer to offer every time you come to the center. Anytime you go in front of Krishna, you can always offer Mam Paripalaya. Oh, may that Krishna protect me. Because our life, we have 4 problems. First problem, we are very lazy. Second problem, we are not attracted to Krishna. We are attracted to other things. Third problem, we are very restless. And fourth problem, we are filled with false ego. So these are the 4 things which are targeted in this verse. If you can uplift the laziness of the trees, please uplift the me who's stuck in a tree-like lazy body of a sadhaka. I'm supposed to be sadhaka, but I'm very lazy. Second, Nikhila Janaranjana. My heart is not attracted to you, Krishna. Please attract me. Third, my mind is very, very restless like the Kanjana. But your eyes are more restless. So may the restlessness of my mind surrender itself to the restlessness of your eyes. And fourth, the kalya of my mind is filled with poison of pride. Please dance and finish. So 4 qualities are spoken in the sadhaka is saying Mam Paripalaya, Krishna protect. So on that note, we offer our prayers to Shri Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam, and we start our discussion further. Yesterday at the Jagannath Mandir, we spoke about the previous verse, Nama Atma Pradipaya, which is Canto 8, Chapter 3, Text 10. So we will sing the next one. Canto 8, Chapter 3, Text 11. Satvena pratilabhyaya Nishkarmyena vipaschita Namah Kaivalyanathaya Nirvana Sukha Samvide Satvena pratilabhyaya Naishkarmyena vipaschita Namah Kaivalyanathaya Nirvana Sukha Samvide. Can we have one Vaishya and one Vaishnavi volunteer to chant and we'll call and respond?
Satvena Parilabhyaya Niskarmena Vipaschita Namah Kaivalyanathaya Nirvana Sukha Samvide.
Vaishnavis?
Sarvena pratilabhyaya Naikarmena vipaschita Namah Kaivalyanathaya Nirvana Sukha Samvide.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. He is the bestower of uncontaminated happiness and is the master of the transcendental world. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be understood only by devotional service. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmitatvataha. If one wants to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead in truth, one must take to the activities of devotional service. These activities are called sattva or vishuddha or shuddha sattva. In the material world, activities of goodness which are symptomatic of a pure Brahmana, are appreciated. But the activities of devotional service are Shuddha Sattva. In other words, they are on the transcendental platform. Only by devotional service can one understand the Supreme. Devotional service is called Naishkarmya. Mere negation of material activity will not endure. Naishkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjitam. Unless one performs activities with reference to Krishna consciousness, cessation of material activities will not be helpful. In hopes of achieving Naishkarmya, freedom from material action, many highly elevated sannyasis stopped their activities. Yet they failed and returned to the material platform to act as materialistic persons. But once one is engaged in the spiritual activities of Bhakti Yoga, one does not fall down. Our Krishna consciousness movement is therefore an attempt to engage everyone always in spiritual activity by Brahmpada Sevanam. We need one to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, as stated here, Sattvena Pratilabhyaya Naishkarmyena Vipashtita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized by pure devotees who act in the transcendental existence of Bhakti Yoga. The Gopala Tapani Upanishad, verse 15 says, Bhaktir asya bhajanam tad iha mutropadi naya sena eva amushim manasah kalpanam etad eva cha naishkarmyam. This is the definition of Naishkarmya. One acts in Naishkarmya when he fully engages in Krishna conscious activities, without material desires to enjoy either here or in the upper planetary systems, in the present life or in the future life. Iha amutra anya bhilashita shunyam. When one is freed from all contamination and he acts in devotional service under the guidance of the spiritual master, one is on the platform of Naishkarmya. By such transcendental devotional service, the Lord is served. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Him. Hare Krishna. So the context of this verse is interesting. In the previous verse, the last two lines that Gajendra is chanting, he's establishing this fact that Namo Giram Viduraya Manasas Chetasamapi. That's how the previous verse ends. And then from there, Gajendra takes off with Sattvena Pratilabhyaya. Gajendra is speaking that, O Shri Krishna, Giram Viduraya Namaha. Dura means far away. Vidura means Vishesha Rupena Dura, which means you are really far away. With what context? Giram. Rupa Goswami Pad says Gira or Giri means the tongue. In the Nectar of Instruction we find Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. That personality who has Krishna Nam on the tongue. You may have read this verse in your study of Bhakti Shastri. So Giri or Giram refers to the tongue, the exercise of the speech. Sri Gajendra is saying, Namo Giram Viduraya. Krishna, how much ever one speaks, they can never reach you, they can never describe you. It's almost like if an insect which has been living on the neem tree for millions of years comes and asks us, can you describe how it is to taste a mango fruit? We can say, well, the mango is yellow, it has a cover, it has a seed inside, it is round, etc., etc. But there is nothing that we can say which can even come close to the experience of squeezing the juice into the tongue. Correct? Especially for someone who doesn't even know what sweetness is, who has been living all his life on a neem tree chewing neem leaves. What can he understand about sweetness? And then what can he understand about the sweetness of a mango? So we who are like neem leaf insects, chewing the neem leaf of this world, what can we understand what Krishna is or who Krishna is? It is impossible. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu describes even Ananta Shesh, which is Krishna's partial expansion. Even Ananta Shesh cannot describe Krishna completely. What to speak of completely? Ananta Shesh with all his goods, with all his ability, for all the time available. Now we have crunch of time. So we can only go a little far. But if you give Ananta Shesh a wall clock with no hands, and you tell him, speak about Krishna, still going on and on and on and on with all his ability, with all his goods, simultaneously speaking, he cannot completely describe even one quality of Krishna, Rupa Goswami says. Not us, even Ananta. Nobody can understand Krishna by the exercise of the tongue. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhya. We can all give discourses, but it doesn't completely dispel the darkness in the heart as to what or who Krishna is. Hearing this, some people think that, okay, anyway by the tongue you cannot describe him completely. So maybe if you keep quiet, he becomes closer to you. Giram Viduraya. Oh, by the exercise of the tongue, Krishna is far away. So if I don't exercise my tongue, maybe he becomes closer. By negative thought process. And therefore you have so many yogis who go on Maun Vrat. By doing Maun Vrat, there is one advantage, that you are saved from the sin of Paraninda. Fault finding, that fault we are saved from by Maun. But the greatest loss that can happen is that tongue by which you can chant the names of Krishna. We lose the opportunity to call out to him. Now chanting the names of Krishna is different from describing him. We are trying to describe Krishna on the basis of what the acharyas are telling us. But on our own accord, if we try describing Krishna, who can completely describe Krishna? No one. It is impossible. So therefore, chanting the holy name, when we call out to Krishna, we are not trying to describe, but we are calling out to him to get his mercy. Indriyebhyo paroyartha arthebhyo cha param manaha manasaschu para buddhe buddhe atma mahan paraha. The tongue is the lowest. Above the tongue is the mind. Greater than the mind is the intelligence. Greater than the intelligence is the Atma. Greater than the Atma is Paramatma. Greater than Paramatma is Bhagavan. What can this tongue and mind and intelligence catch? Bhagavan. It is not possible. Atasri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Aprakrita vastu nahi prakrita gochar. Chaitanya Charitamrita says. Transcendental cannot be caught with our material senses, which means with our eyes we cannot see Krishna. With these balls of flesh we cannot see Krishna. With these ears we cannot hear the true transcendental sound, the true understanding of Krishna. With our nose we cannot approach Krishna. With our senses, which have been contaminated with constant sense gratification, we cannot come close to him. It is completely dead. It is possible only when we endeavor. And he thinks, oh, we are endeavoring so much, and he comes closer to us. Then it is possible. We cannot catch him. Just like the child who's so small, he on his own accord cannot climb and sit on the shoulder of a 7-foot father. Only when the father sees that the child is jumping to do something that's impossible, the father sits on his knees and makes his shoulder closer to the child. Then the child can sit on. So by our sadhana, we cannot attain Krishna. Impossible. Just like the child cannot jump onto the shoulder. But we are performing sadhana so that Krishna feels some pity on us. That he's trying his best with all his senses. With the senses it's impossible, but he's still giving the best. And therefore, let me show some mercy. So it's by Krishna's mercy that anyone can attain him. Not by any other process. So the previous verse says, Namo Giram Viduraya Manasas Chetasam Api. Gajendra is saying, my Lord, you cannot be approached or completely understood by the tongue, By the mind or the intelligence. So if someone just reads that section of Gajendra Stuti, they may be completely discouraged. Oh, can't I approach Krishna? With what Krishna has given me, can't I go close to him? Gajendra is saying with the mind we cannot catch Krishna. With the buddhi we cannot understand Krishna. Our tongue doesn't have the power to get Krishna under control. So what to do? Therefore, Gajendra speaks this verse as an answer to the previous question. For those who think, Gajendra is saying, Krishna, you're far beyond the purview of the tongue, the mind, the intelligence. So then how can we approach Krishna? Oh, in answer he says this verse. He says, Sattvena pratilabhyaya. And we find the verse always goes with aya. Sattvena pratilabhyaya naishkarmyena vipashchita namaha kaivalya nathaya. Which means every time aya refers to namaha. Govindaya namaha. Krishnaya namaha. Vasudevaya namaha. Mahanarasimhaya namaha. So, Kaivalya Nathaya Namaha. Sattvena Pratilabhyaya Namaha. So, Gajendra is calling out to the qualities and bowing down. So, Pratilabhya, Labha, Labhyate, which means to attain. Pratilabhyata means to attain, the quality of being approachable. How can Krishna be understood? Sattvena. Gajendra is saying Sattvena. What does Sattva mean? Here Sattva refers to Vishuddha Sattva or pure Krishna consciousness. With Tamogun, nobody can understand Krishna. With Rajogun, nobody can understand Krishna. Even with Sattva Gun, we cannot understand Krishna because Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are ultimately material. They are modes of material nature. So with matter, we cannot understand spirit. Someone who's chanting the holy name, or let's say is performing some activity mixed in tamas, with laziness. Oh, I have to do it, let me just finish it off. He cannot get Krishna. Someone with rajas who's doing it to get some material gain, he will get the material gain, but he will miss Krishna. Someone with even sattva gun, who is doing it to purify his heart. The heart may be purified, but that is not attracting Krishna because it's not completely selfless. But sattvena, which means vishuddha sattvena, he who is performing bhakti only to please Krishna. Oh, only he can attain Krishna. With the exercise of the tongue, mind and intelligence, Krishna cannot be understood. Krishna can be understood only by bhakti. So, Sattvena Pratilabhyaya means that Lord who can be understood only by bhakti. Bhaktya mama vijanati yavanyashchasvi tattvataha, Krishna says. Bhakti. Bhaktistu ananyaya shakya aham eva vidorjuna. Bhakti. Krishna says only by bhakti can I be understood. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti uparitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Multiple usages of the same word back to back in 2 lines. Krishna never makes the mistake of redundancy using the same word again. But here, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Anyone who offers 1 leaf, 1 fruit, 1 flower or some water with bhakti, then Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati taraham bhakti uparitam. Again he uses the word bhakti for emphasis. It is only bhakti by which Krishna can be caught. No other process. Mam chaya vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Chapter 14, text 26. Gita. Bhakti yogena sevate. He who worships me with bhakti, only he can get me. No one else. Yoginamapi sarvesham madgatenam taratmana shraddhavan Bhajate. The root word bhaja refers only to bhakti. In Gyan Marg, Karma Marg, Dhyan Marg, there is no bhajan. Bhajan, Hari Bhajan is only in bhakti. Krishna says, chapter 6, text 47, Gita, among all the yogis, those who are bhakta, oh, they are very clear to me. Mai asakta manaha partha. He whose mind is absorbed in me, only he can understand me. Chapter 7, text 1, which means bhakti. Man mana bhava mad bhaktau. Why will Krishna make the same point over and over and over again? In fact, the whole of Gita is only glorification of bhakti, nothing else. There is no gyan, there is no karma, there is no dhyan. That's just superficial covering. Every verse of Bhagavad Gita is only bhakti. It's a bhakti shastra. Therefore, you're doing bhakti shastra with Bhagavad Gita. It's a bhakti shastra. Advaita Acharya, when he was reading the Bhagavad Gita, at one point in one verse, he couldn't find bhakti. He fasted for 3 days and 3 nights. Advaita Acharya. And Mahaprabhu had to appear before him. Advaita Acharya said, my Lord, what faulty vision has covered me? I am not able to see pure devotional service in this verse. Please help me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, first you break your fast and have prasad. So then we will see. So Advaita Acharya took 1 grain. He said, I have broken. Now I want to know. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that verse and also showed his universal form to Advaita Acharya. Have you seen the picture with Advaita Acharya seated on his knees and looking upwards and Mahaprabhu is instructing with the universal form at the back? You may have seen a painting. That is the universal form that Krishna showed Arjuna because Advaita Acharya was reading Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the universal form. So Advaita Acharya, who was so learned, he couldn't find bhakti in 1 verse and he fasted because he knew for sure bhakti exists, but it's my contamination that I'm not able to see. Mam ekam sharanam. The word sharanam, sharanagati refers only to bhakti. No other process. Manmana, giving your mind, mad bhakta, becoming a devotee, mad dhyaji, worshipping Krishna, namaskuru, to bow down. These are all limbs of bhakti, not other processes. So only by this Krishna is bound. Gajendra is saying, satvena pratilabhyaya. No other process will work. Because for the Supreme Lord to reveal Himself, He should be happy. You cannot force Krishna to reveal. Gajendra is telling all of us. Gajendra is speaking to us and saying that we on our power cannot force Krishna because He is Swarat, completely independent. We cannot force Krishna to come into the purview of our senses. Impossible. That will happen only when by our endeavor his heart melts and he feels, yes, I want to make myself accessible. For example, if I try on my own to meet the president or the prime minister of the country, so many people are trying. It may be impossible. But if the prime minister wants to meet me, then certainly I will meet him. Just a material example. If I try on my own to meet Narendra Modi, I may not succeed. But if I do something by which Narendra Modi is so happy that he wants to meet me, then I will certainly meet him. So this is one Narendra Modi. What to speak of Krishna, the Supreme Lord? We cannot force him in any way. It's possible that we may perform all these different limbs for millions of lifetimes, but if it doesn't soften his heart towards us, he will never reveal himself. So therefore we say it's only by the mercy of Krishna can we understand him, can we know anything about him. And just so that his heart softens to look towards us, we are performing sadhana. Our sadhana doesn't have the power to control Krishna. No. But by the performance of our sadhana, it's like the jumping of a baby who's trying to sit on the shoulder of the father. So Krishna may feel some pity and his heart may melt to the extent we are sincere, and then he reveals himself to us. then it is possible. Otherwise, it's not possible. In the Bhagavad Gita also we find the first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita deal with a certain section. The last 6 chapters deal with a certain section. We have Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. But in the middle 6 chapters, the section from chapter 7 to chapter 12 is exclusively Bhakti Yoga. Now it's fascinating. Krishna, because he's so attached to Bhakti, he could have kept Bhakti Yoga as the end 6 chapters of the Gita. Because every author tries to end with his conclusion. End the book with his conclusion. An exciting author may write 380 pages talking about everything else. In the last 25 pages he puts his conclusion. So Krishna could have put chapter 13 to chapter 18 as Bhakti. Why did Krishna put chapter 7 to chapter 12 as Bhakti and then again end with Jnana? Oh, our acharyas describe. Anything that is valuable is always placed in the center. And it is covered and protected by things which are hard and protective. Like our brain is very soft, it is protected in the skull. Our heart is so soft, it is protected in the ribs. Our wealth is soft and valuable, it is protected by the doors of the closet. Similarly, the process of karma and jnana on their own are hard-hearted. And one may not succeed, because that doesn't attract Krishna. So they are like hard doors, but the soft, valuable bhakti is placed in the center. Classic example, we talk about different sandwiches. Cheese sandwich, vegetable sandwich, this sandwich, that sandwich. All of these sandwiches, the first loaf of the bread and the last loaf of the bread is the same. What defines and changes the name of the sandwich is the content in the center. So even for something like sandwich or vada pav, for those who are from Mumbai, okay, there's some smile. So sandwich or vada pav, the pav name comes later. First vada, that which is in the center. Sandwich also different names on the basis of the content. Bread, nobody cares. The content is important. So similarly, Krishna is giving transcendental sandwich to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. This middle 6 sections of bhakti. So anyone who performs bhakti, only he can understand. Pratilabhyaya. The Supreme Lord gives himself only to the person who performs bhakti. And this is spoken by Gajendra, who is on the verge of death. We were making this point last night that a dying man will never tell you something that is untruth. Because he's in so much excruciating pain. And also, even if a dying man in this world does it, Gajendra won't do it because Gajendra is a pure Vaishnava. Why will a pure Vaishnava, who is selfless, who has no selfish desire, and who's on the verge of death, why will he lie? He's speaking this truth for us because in our existence, death has not come yet, and we are selfish, and we are not pure Vaishnavas, so here we trick, we tell different people diplomatically different truths. Oh, you do like this, you do like that. We try to, in a duplicitous, calculative mindset, we give different advices. But here Gajendra is not giving a diplomatic, calculative, selfish, duplicitous advice. He cannot do that. He's a pure Vaishnava. He's completely selfless. And the proof is Krishna is coming to save him. We are hundreds and thousands of people chanting and dancing. How many times does Krishna come and save us? Here is one crying elephant and Krishna is leaving his abode to save him. What power potency! And he is speaking these words. So why will he lie? Which means if someone is into the process of bhakti, that is all of us, we should never take it cheaply. Bhakti is the most valuable thing in the whole of creation. It's more valuable than Krishna because it attracts Krishna. Shri Krishna Akarshani. One of the 6 symptoms of pure devotional service is Shri Krishna Akarshani. Shri Krishna who is so attractive. Tri Jagan Manasa Akarshi. His flute attracts 3 cosmic creations. His form makes animate, inanimate, inanimate, animate. That Krishna gets attracted by the process of bhakti. So bhakti is the most valuable thing that we have. Dhruva Maharaj, who went to the Supreme Lord for material objects, he just wanted a kingdom bigger than his grandfather. He wanted a kingdom even bigger than Brahma. He went there and performed 5 months of tapasya to get that material object. But when he saw Vishnu standing in front of him, Dhruva Maharaj says, Sthana bhilashi tapasi stitoham tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam kachan vichinvan api divya ratnam swamin kritarthosmi varam nayache. This is a verse coming from Hari Bhakti Subodhaya. Dhruva Maharaj is saying, my Lord, Sthan Abhilashi, I desired a kingdom. Sthan Abhilashi, Abhilash means desire, and Sthan means position. Sthana Abhilashi, Tapasi Stitoham, I situated myself in tapasya, wanting that. But you are so merciful. I asked for the kingdom, and you as the king are coming to me. I went for the kingdom, and now Tvam Praptavan, I have attained you. And who are you? Deva, Muni, Indra, Guhyam. You are not approachable even by the demigods. Even they don't get you, but I've got you. Therefore, my Lord, my realization is Kachan Vichinvan Api Divya Ratnam Swamin Kritarthosmi Varam Nanyache. I came begging for broken pieces of glass into this forest, and now I'm walking back with this diamond in my hand. Kachan Vichinvan, Kach in Hindi as we say, glass. Kachan Vichinvan, searching for glass. Now Api Divya Ratna. I came for glass and I've got this Divya Ratna. Therefore, my Lord, Swamin Kritarthosmi, I am completely satisfied. Varam na yache. I have nothing more to ask him. What does this mean? Dhruva Maharaj, he is considering the position of Brahma to be broken glass. He's not even saying transparent glass. He's saying broken glass, because transparent glass at least is of some use. Broken glass, what use you make, unless you're very artistic, you want to stick them back together and give different colors and shades or whatever. But broken glass, it just breaks. If Brahma's position of honor and wealth and kingdom as the creator is broken pieces of glass, what will Dhruva Maharaj say when he walks into our house? Brahma's position is broken piece of glass, he's saying. What is our house then? So if that is broken piece of glass and bhakti is Divya Ratna, our possessions are what? Something very insignificant, and then we have got this Divya Ratna. But what we do, we think bhakti to be broken piece of glass, and our house and family and children and wealth to be Divya Ratna. We have to learn from the words of Dhruva Maharaj. On seeing the Supreme Lord, Dhruva Maharaj is speaking, which means he cannot lie. No one can lie in front of Krishna. And even if Dhruva Maharaj would have lied, our acharyas wouldn't have included that in the Shastra. They would have said, no, Dhruva Maharaj at this point just spoke a lie. This is not true. So the point is, we have to value this position of being a devotee. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamune. Canto 6, chapter 14, text 5, Bhagavatam. Muktanam api siddhanam. Among all the liberated people, among all the perfected people, among all the dedicated people, one will find one pure devotee. In our life, we've got human form, and in that we've got the rare opportunity of bhakti. We should not take it cheaply. Durlabham manusham deham dehinam ksharabhangura tatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priya darshana. Canto 11, chapter 2, text 29, Bhagavatam. That to get a human form is rare. And in that, To get Shraddha is even more rare. Faith in Krishna. And in that to have a favorable community with whom we can sit and practice bhakti is even more rare. We are just few more steps than Pratilabhyaya. But now if we go back and we think of material enjoyment, there is no bigger fool than us. Undoubtedly, we are like Asama Urdhva. No one equal or greater than us in foolishness. We have come so far. We should not look back now. We have to chase the target. Therefore, how we should perform bhakti? Gajendra is saying vipaschita. You see the second line? The word vipaschita means laser beam focus. You have to be on fire. There's no position of being a relaxed, composed, or composed is good, but being relaxed and laid back and lazy devotee. There's no concept like that. We cannot get Krishna by being lazy. We cannot get Krishna by being laid back. This chalta hai attitude doesn't work. Nahi chalta bhakti mein. It doesn't work in bhakti. Jesus says in the Bible, I accept you either hot or cold. But if you're lukewarm, I spit you out. Which means either announce yourself as a materialist and try to enjoy matter, be cold, or if you're a devotee, be hot. Don't be lukewarm. That little bhakti, little this, little that. Yahan ka thoda, wahan ka thoda. Jesus says, I accept you either cold or hot. But if you're lukewarm, I spit you out. Very simple. Either keep the food cold or serve it hot. But don't keep it 5 seconds into the microwave oven and remove it for another 10 seconds, again keep it for 5 seconds, again remove it for 10 seconds, again keep it for 5 seconds. What are we doing? Bhakti means we got to be on fire. It is now or never. We may never again get a human form. What will we do? What if in one of our lives we were a butcher, killing millions of cows all our life? And the reactions are going to start from next life. Just think if one of our past lives was a butcher life, and we have killed so many animals, and Krishna has just given one human form because of some other Sukriti, and from now, the reactions of the butcher life are going to start. What are we going to do? So this one life, before the body falls down dead onto the ground, we have to chase Krishna with no other goal. Nothing else. Krishna, only you. Ananya shintayanto mam. Ananya. Anya means something else. Anya, nothing else. For all of us who are in bhakti, we have no other purpose than to become pure Vaishnavas in this life. Nothing else. All our material decisions have to be taken in a way that is conducive to our process to take us there. If there is something that is not favorable in our advancement, we should kick it out. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjana. Ananya, focus, only Krishna bhakti. And this word is used so many times. Kirtanya sada hari. Which means not that I do little kirtan and then chalta hai, then I little kirtan and chalta hai. No, sada, all the time, on focus. On guard like a soldier. On guard as a soldier. One person came to our temple and the devotees were carrying bead bag. Chanting bead bag around the neck and walking during service. So this person said, they can chant when they have to. Why they are putting this bead bag on the neck and walking like this? And he asked one preacher, and the devotee said, well, we are soldiers. We don't use the gun all the time. But we always carry it. We don't just, it's not that we just carry it when we have to shoot. We always carry it. You don't know when we get chance to shoot. As much as possible we want to shoot. But sometimes we are on guard. So similarly, devotee, He may not be able to chant all the time, but he's always waiting for an opportunity. The concept that my rounds are over doesn't exist. हो गया आज का कोटा. We have so much to do, so much to read, so much to hear, so many Vaishnavas to serve, so many names to chant, so many deities to serve, so many communities to develop. Time is less. Ladva sudurlabha vilamba husambhavante manusyamarthadam anityamapih dhira turnam yateta napateta anuvrittu yavad nishreyasaya vishayam khalu sarvatasya. Canto 11, chapter 9, text 29, Bhagavatam. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would cry chanting this verse, saying that after so many billions of lifetimes we've got this human form. Let us not waste it. Should never waste this human form. Ladva sudurlabhamidam. This human form is sudurlabha. Very difficult to obtain. And in that to have eyes to see, ears to hear, tongue to taste, hands and legs fit and fine, mentally and physically and emotionally perfect. Krishna has designed us with so much love. The gratitude of that love is to use those senses in His service. If we get our senses from Krishna and we use it for enjoying this world, oh, we are very ungrateful. Our life is meant only for Hari Bhajan. How much would removal of cataract cost? One eye cataract? 25,000, okay. How much would it cost for both eyes now? 55,000, okay. What if I want a brand new eye? I'm serious. If I lose one eye, I want a brand new eye, how much will it cost? They take thousands and lakhs of rupees and then they put a goat eye. Not even a human eye. Goat eye. If I want a brand new eye, human eye, how much would a doctor cost? In 5 lakhs you'll get one human eye. Even if we assume, okay, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, whatever. But,
First of all, there should be a donor also.
Exactly. Okay. So now, if assuming we have a donor, how much will he cost? The doctor cost? Let's say 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. That is if we have a donor. Can the doctor make an eye for us? If he says, okay, donor nahi hai, main aapke liye special banane ja raha hu. I'm making a special eye for you. How much will he cost? Just imagine hypothetically. Crores. Now for both eyes?
Billions.
Now what if you also want a new set of ears, and you also want a tongue, and you also want hands and legs and brain and a heart which pumps for more than 80 years? Somebody makes a pacemaker for 4 years and he gets an award. What if you want a natural heart which pumps for more than 80, 90 years, along with the eyes and ears and hands and legs and brain and all these senses perfect, fit and fine and completely natural and new and fresh? Billions of dollars, trillions of dollars? Krishna is giving that for free. Can't we do bhakti as at least gratitude? Gratitude. He's not even asking for that money back. He's just saying, use these senses in my service. Just like we take the water of the Ganga which gives us bath and we offer it back to the Ganga out of gratitude. There's nothing we can offer Ganga. The sunlight that comes, what can we offer in gratitude? People just offer some water because that's all we can give. These senses that Krishna has given us, to use them in His service, is basic human intelligence of gratitude. It's not even divine. It's just normal human intelligence. Now to succeed in that with intensity is divine. Vipaschita is the word. The word vipaschita means tivrena, with focus. Krishna is obtained not just sattvena, not just with bhakti, not with mixed bhakti. Vipaschita, with pure bhakti. Ananya Bhakti, focused bhakti. Whether Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, whether this mass or that mass, I am always on guard. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my energy. This human form Krishna has given, I want to use maximum. Only in this human form we can do it. Demigod form we cannot. Lower forms we cannot. In hell we cannot chant Hare Krishna because there is so much pain. There is so much pain. They are always poking spears into our body. We cannot chant Hare Krishna. In heaven, there is so much happiness that we will forget to chant Hare Krishna. On earth, in the lower forms, they don't have the ability to chant Hare Krishna. In the human form on earth, there's not enough suffering like hell, there's not enough happiness like heaven, and unlike animal forms, we have ability to speak. This is the most glorious form that we have attained. Even Indra, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna perform yajnas to become a human in Bhumandal, in Kali. It is so rare. And this bhakti is so powerful. If it is performed with tivrena, with intensity, ananya bhakti, no other focus. In my life, I want only Krishna. I want to work a job to get the money to pay my house bills so that in that house we as a family do Hari Bhakti. That is the purpose. I am not earning so that I keep my family happy and then everybody is fit and fine. Oh, kabhi nahi hoga. That will never happen. People have tried with millions of dollars, they have failed miserably. Artha, Griha, Kshetra, Suta, Artha, Vitta, just to keep that together and be happy in the center of all of that is not the aim. Even dogs and hogs do that. We are working as Grihasthas outside to get the money to maintain the family so that the family chants Hare Krishna. Otherwise, what is the point? So our main focus is hearing and chanting. And with so much money that I can comfortably hear and chant, bas utna hi chahiye. My purpose is not to make a big mansion and then to live there and to show off in society. That's not what this human form is for. It's like using an Apple laptop as a door stopper. You can do that, but that's insulting. You can do much more with that laptop. To show off in society and to make a big property which at the time of death anyway is snatched away. Forget about death. These government policies change and there's demolition work and they come and finish it up. Finished. What are we proud of? What are we hankering and what are we aiming in life? Every ounce of energy in our lungs, every breath air, every drop of blood is only for bhakti, nothing else. We want Krishna. We have to decide that. Do I really want Krishna or I don't want Krishna? If I don't want Krishna, well, you still want Krishna, you just don't know it. But if you really want Krishna, chase it. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kamo udaratihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Canto 2, chapter 3, text 10, Bhagavatam. That only such a person can get Krishna who has tivrena bhakti yogena, laser beam focus. Nothing else matters. Hell or high water, Krishna, my service to you will continue. Even if tomorrow I lose my family member, I lose my job, I lose my life, Krishna, no problem, I'll take another birth and I'll serve you. This is the meaning of Ashlisheva Padaratam Pinashtumam. It's so easy to say it in the morning. But intensity, Vipashchita, Tivrena, Ananya, Kirtaniya Sada. For Bhagavatam also, Nashta Prayeshu Abhatreshu, Nityam. Nityam is the word. Again, Vipashchita. Now, Satvena Pratilabhyaya. We can get Krishna by bhakti. But what is this bhakti? What is the definition of bhakti? Sarvupali vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. To the senses that we are given, to use those senses in Krishna's service is bhakti. Yes, that is one definition, but it is not complete. Because you can use your senses in service of Krishna with some ulterior motives also. Then another definition, in the Bhagavatam it is said, ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. It is uninterrupted and unmotivated. Well, this is also correct. But there's one definition which walks on the head of all other definitions of bhakti. The one that is given by our Rupa Goswami. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmatyanavratam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhakti rutam. He says to think about Krishna constantly is bhakti. But please tell me, wasn't Shishupal always thinking of Krishna? Wasn't Kamsa Maharaj always thinking of Krishna? Kamat, snehat, bhayat, krodhat, yatha, bhaktishvare manaha. In kama, in krodha, there are devotees, there are people, not devotees, but there are individuals thinking of Krishna. Shishupal thinking in envy, Kamsa Maharaj thinking in fear. But are they devotees? We said always thinking of Krishna is devotion. Are they devotees? Why not? Who said it? Krishna Anushilanam is not there. Which means they are not giving pleasure to Krishna. It's always in the process that they're thinking of Krishna, but it is the negative Krishna consciousness. They are Krishna conscious, but in a negative way. Shishupal was so envious of Krishna. As soon as he appeared, even before the mommy, daddy, baby talk, he started criticizing Krishna. So absorbed. But he's not a devotee because he didn't give pleasure to Krishna with that. Then I have another question. When Varahadev came, Hiranyaksha took his club and slammed it on the chest of Varahadev. And Varahadev, he came as a wild golden boar, a pig. Still transcendental. He came, and when Hiranyaksha came and slammed it on his chest, Varahadev started roaring in happiness. Because if you want to watch a cricket match, you don't want to waste your time watching Australia playing Namibia. You want to watch Australia playing South Africa or some equal competition. So you don't want to see Varahadev coming all the way to, shoo a mosquito away. That even your electric or bats or this, what do you call the coil? What coil is that? Yeah, of course, mosquito coil, but they have some name. Morty, whatever. It's a mortal coil. For mortal beings. So you keep that coil and the mosquito is gone. So Varahadev wants equal competition. So when Hiranyaksha took his club and slammed it on the chest of Varahadev, he cried in happiness. Now I had some equal competition. And then Hiranyaksha slammed on the hand of Varahadev and he started roaring more. This is good, slam me more. I have some competition. Now previously we said, Shishupal and Kamsa Maharaj, they didn't give pleasure to Krishna, therefore they are not devotees. Why is Hiranyaksha not a devotee now? He gave pleasure.
But his intention was not to be.
That's the point. Giving pleasure is one thing, but the definition goes deeper and deeper and deeper. To use our senses in Krishna's service is one thing. Going higher to say that it must be uninterrupted and unmotivated is one thing. To go higher and to say to always think of Krishna is one thing. To go higher and say to give pleasure to Krishna is one thing. But the highest on the list is Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam. The desire was not to please Varahadev. Varahadev got pleased by his own mercy. By his merciful nature, he was happy. Hiranyaksha didn't say, if I serve this club on the chest, may Lord, oh Lord, please may you be happy. Never happened. Even in the pastime of Damodar Leela, Mother Yashoda puts Krishna down. And Krishna is furious. So if giving pleasure to Krishna is bhakti and not giving pleasure to Krishna is not bhakti, then in this example, Hiranyaksha is a pure Vaishnava and Mother Yashoda is a neophyte devotee. Because she is not giving pleasure to Krishna. But because it went deeper to our intention, Hiranyaksha pleased Varahadev not with an intention of pleasing, therefore he is not a devotee. But Mother Yashoda, she displeased Krishna only to go and save that milk so that sweets can be made, so that eating that Krishna will be happy. So she put Krishna down with a desire to serve him and therefore she is a pure Vaishnava. So desire to please Krishna is very important. Chanting japa may be very austere. Maybe in a materialistic viewpoint, it may be the most difficult task to do in the 14 planetary systems. But because it gives pleasure to Krishna, I will do it. I will chant for Krishna's pleasure. This is what it means by doing everything for Krishna's pleasure. Ekadashi, I feel like eating. Only those days all the grain foodstuffs come into my consciousness. And now that I think of them, Swayameva Spuratyada. It's manifesting on its own. All the different dashavatars are seen in my heart. Pizza, pasta, nara, karasta, all of that. All of that seen on the day of Ekadashi. But no, I will still maintain my vrat and continue performing bhakti for Krishna's pleasure. Krishna will be happy, Manayam. This is bhakti. With that mood, we Krishna Gajendra is saying. And he can say it because he has it. Gajendra is not simply saying something like that and then himself being a neophyte beginner. He's not the person who's not chanting 16 rounds going around telling everyone, oh, you should chant 16 rounds, you should chant 16 rounds. No. He himself is chanting hundreds and thousands of rounds. And he's saying that when you are as intense as me, you will get him. Because Gajendra is speaking this and he's getting Krishna. We find in the Gajendra Moksha Stuti, Gajendra is chanting and Mahavishnu is leaving Vaikuntha to come down. You see how gravity works? You throw anything up, it comes down. You put anything up, gravity pulls it down. But Krishna is so wonderful. Anyone whose consciousness falls, Krishna lifts him up. Gravity, anything that goes up, pulls it down. Krishna works exact opposite. When consciousness dips and we call out to him, Krishna helps. So Gajendra is saying, just like I am achieving Krishna here with this intense, vipaschita sattva bhavena, with this bhakti, intense bhakti, I am getting the Lord. All the devotees reading this stuti, please note this is the way to get him. How does Mahavishnu have a lotus? One of the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas is commenting. He's saying that Mahavishnu owns so many lotuses, but they're always at his feet, because lotus represents Lakshmi. But when Gajendra gave that lotus up, Mahavishnu caught it and took a vow, from that day I will never leave this lotus in my hand. The Shankar Chakra Gada Padma, that Padma in the hand of the Lord comes from the Padma that Gajendra threw. So Gajendra is saying that by calling out to the Lord with intensity, with sincerity, no hypocrisy. I want to be a devotee, but I am not intense enough. We don't want to be a devotee. We have to walk the talk. Complete absorption. All the time. And by doing that, what we get, he's saying, Naishkarmyena. Naishkarma. Now the word Naishkarma means Nipuna Karma. It has actually two meanings. The word Naishkarma has two meanings. One meaning is Nigata Karma, which means not performing any activity. Not performing any activity. And the second meaning is nipuna karma, performing activities in a very expert way. What does that mean? By both definitions, Gajendra is only referring to bhakti. Nipuna karma, to do things expertly, meaning to do it for Krishna. And nigata karma, not to do activities, means the person who is performing bhakti, he burns down all his past reactions. So therefore he has no more karma to face in this world, which means no karma. Nik karma. There's no more karma. You see the word naish karma. Karma means reactions or activities. By performing bhakti, all our past activities are burnt to ashes, reactions. So practically by looking at the reactions, it seems the person has not performed any action. Because if you perform an action, you'll have a reaction. And if you have no reaction, which means you have not done any action. But Brahma Samhita says, Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Nirdahati, which means to burn to ashes. Performance of bhakti burns down to ashes all past, present and future thought, word and deed reactions. Everything is burnt to ashes. The example given is our past reactions are like snakes in a forest, and bhakti is a forest fire. In a forest fire, the birds can fly out. Other animals can try to jump out, but the snakes cannot move anywhere. They are burned to ashes in that forest fire. They are helpless. Where will they go? So in the forest fire of bhakti, the snakes of our past sinful reactions are all burnt to ashes. No longer can they bite us. Naishkarmya. Bhakti is so powerful. Another Acharya comments that our past sinful reactions are like ropes. They bind us. So the situation that we are in today is because of our past activities. And the activities that we are performing now is going to bind us in different circumstances in the future. So the rope binds us. But if you set the rope on fire, what happens? The ashes are formed in the shape of the rope. But when you pick them up, they don't have the ability to bind you. Is this understandable?
Yes.
When you burn down a rope, so the rope is tight, right? Properly tight. So it has the power to tie us. But if you burn it down, the ashes are formed in the shape of the rope, but if you try to lift them, they cannot bind us. Similarly, although the person is performing different activities in this world, the reactions to those activities because of bhakti are all like the ashes of a rope. They are there, something is there, but they cannot bind us. So practically it seems that person has nothing more to do in this world because no more reactions. And this Krishna confirms, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami. Sarva papebhyo. Why Krishna has to use the word sarva? Mental offenses, verbal offenses, activities through senses in the past, in the present, in the future. So many combinations are there. Mental in the past, verbal in the past, activities in the past. Mental in the present, verbal in the present, activities in the present. Mental activities in the future, verbal activities in the future, physical activities in the future. So 9 categories here itself. Instead of counting each one of them, Krishna says sarva. Sarva bhavebhyo moksha. Sometimes we are saying and doing also. And thinking also. So combinations are there. It can go from 3 to 9, 9 to 27, 27 to 81. So many different combinations of sins. Krishna says, if you perform bhakti, everything is burnt to ashes. So therefore the first symptom, the characteristic of pure bhakti is klesha, kni. All the reactions, all the suffering are burnt to ashes if we approach Krishna. Devarshi bhutapta nranam pitranam nakim karam nayam ranicha rajan sarvatmanayah sharanam sharanyam gato mukunda pariritya karta. Canto 11, chapter 5, text 41, Bhagavatam. That by performing bhakti, we are freed from all obligations and duties in this world. Imagine, each one of us is indebted to the sun. indebted to the moon, indebted to Bhumi, indebted to Vayu, indebted to Jala, indebted to Agni, we are indebted to Indra, we are indebted to so many personalities. If we don't repay our debt to each one of them, we just become more and more sinful. But if we perform bhakti to Krishna, one is released of all one's duties and obligations and responsibilities. Just bhajan, chalo, finished. All duties done. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kohe Sudrida Nishchay. Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. By performing Krishna Bhakti, all my activities are done. So these are the first two lines. Now, give your obeisances and then we'll go into the third line. The third line says, Namaha Kaivalyanathaya. Is everyone there? Focused? I have another half an hour as instructed by His Grace Hari Kshetra Prabhu. He said 10, 15, 10, 20. So please take a deep breath and be in the moment. Gajendra is speaking. Namaha Kaivalyanathaya. The word Kaivalya comes from the root word Kevala. You've heard the word Kevala? Parama Karuna Pahudoe Jana Nitai Logachandra Sabavatara Sarashiromani Ananda Kanda. Kevala means? Only. Kevalam, only. So Kaivalya comes from the root word Kevala. In the spiritual world, there is no matter. There is no matter. In the spiritual world, everything is spirit. The doors are spiritual. The mic stand is spiritual. The mic is spiritual. The Facebook Live is spiritual. Everything is spiritual, and therefore it can think, it can feel, it can walk. Sometimes people think that, oh, what if I'm a grass in the spiritual world? All day I have to just be like this. No, the grass in the spiritual world is also as equally potent as any gopa or gopi. Has a very beautiful form, does the service of the grass, but he has a very beautiful form. Can speak, can walk, can think, can serve. Now it is completely spiritual. Completely spiritual. There's no tinge of dead matter. Here everything is dead. In this world everything is dead. Matter. What is matter? Never mind. What is mind? Doesn't matter. For devotees, matter does not matter. In the spiritual world, there is no matter. Here, everything is dead. You see, this doesn't move, this doesn't walk, that doesn't look, this doesn't smile. But in Golok, everything is Chinmay, filled with spirit. In this body, you see, the soul is only Keshakra Shata Bhagasya. Take the hair strand, take the tip and then divide that into 100 portions and take one such portion, divide that into 100 portions. So how much is that? It's this much, and look how much matter is there. Blood and bones and flesh and skin. So every body is filled with so much matter and so little spirit. So in this world, both are there, matter and spirit. But in comparison to matter, spirit content is insignificant. So therefore this is called a material world, where there is only matter, and by Krishna's mercy some spirit is also there. It's a mixture of both, but predominant 90% matter. See, the door is not moving. If the door starts moving and the steps starts moving, people think it is something amazing, and that's how the Harry Potter series made so much money. They are simply representing what is there in our Shastra, that everything in this world, in Golok, every word is a song, every step is a dance. Everything moves, everything talks. They're simply putting that concept and the world is enamored, mesmerized. Right? It's just that. See how people are attracted to a flying broomstick, to a talking hat, to a moving staircase, and all the pictures on the wall, all the persons are looking. Golok Vrindavan is completely Satchitananda. There's no matter there. Completely spiritual. And therefore, every inanimate object also, there is a pure Vaishnava with thinking, moving ability. So there is no inanimate. Inanimate from our perspective, in this world. Therefore, in Damodar Leela, when the milk starts boiling, our acharyas comment that the milk is actually a personality. And the milk thinks, I have heard that if you come from Brahminical birth, high class family, you have more chance to get Krishna. And I have heard that if you perform tapasya, you can get Krishna. Tapo divya. But here, the milk is thinking, I come from aristocratic Padma Gandha cows. I have high birth. And I am jumping and dancing on fire and performing tapasya. With that heat to get Krishna. And in front of my eyes, it is Mother Yashoda's breast milk which is entering Krishna's mouth. I have aristocratic birth. And I am performing tapasya. Still I cannot enter Krishna's mouth. What is the use of my existence? Let me just jump out of the spot and jump into that fire and come. It seems like there is no point of my existence. And the milk started overboiling and falling into fire with that spirit of self-destruction. And Mother Yashoda puts Krishna down to go and save the devotee. Devata, Bandhava, Santa, Atma, Aham Evacha. Canto 11, chapter 26, text 34, Bhagavatam. Krishna is saying, my devotees are so dear to me. Devata, they are my worshipable deities. Bandhava, they are my friends. Santa, pure Vaishnavas are my Devata, they are my Ishtadev. They are my friends. Santa Atma, no, they are my soul. For the body we need the soul. The soul needs the super soul, and the super soul needs the soul like pure devotee. Santa Atma. Then Krishna says, no, he's so dear to me. Aham evacha. That soul is me. It is me alone. I love that soul so much. That is how much Krishna loves his pure devotees. He tells Uddhava, Canto 11, chapter 14, text 15, Bhagavatam. He tells Uddhava, Lord Shiva is not as dear to me. Lord Brahma is not as dear to me. Lakshmi Devi is not as dear to me. Even my own Swarup is not as dear to me, Uddhava, as much as you are dear to me. Mat Bhakta Puja Dhyadika 11, 19, 21. Worship of my devotees is greater than my worship. Aham Bhakta Paradhino Yasvatanitra Ivodvijaha Sadhu Bhir Grasta Hridayam Bhaktair Bhakta Janapriyaha 9:463 Bhagavatam. Aham Bhakta Paradhino. I am completely controlled by my devotee. You see in the astrological chart, you have the Panditji says something called as Graha Grasta. If someone is influenced by their planets too much, they'll say, oh, ye to Graha Grast hai. Which means he's under the control, the influence of the Grahas. Krishna says, Sadhu Vir Grasta Hridayam. Just like that person is influenced by the planet and is Graha Grasta, my heart is influenced by the planet called the devotees. And Bhaktair Bhakta Jana Priyaha. What to speak of my pure devotee? I am even controlled by someone who is the devotee of my devotee. Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam Sadhunam Hridayam Tvaham Mad Bhaktena Jananti Naham Tebhyo Managati. 9:468 Bhagavatam. Krishna is saying, Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam. Sadhu is my heart. Who can live without their heart? We can live without our legs, we can live without our hands, we can live without eyes, ears, even tongue. But no one can live without their heart. Krishna says, Sadhava Hridayam Mahyam. A pure Vaishnava is my heart, I am their heart. I don't want to know anything apart from them. They don't want to know anything apart from me. This is our relationship. So now Krishna was testing Mother Yashoda. You're doing seva to me, but my devotee there is burning. I want to see what you do. So when Mother Yashoda put Bhagavan aside to go and help the pure Vaishnava, Krishna said, now I will be bound by your love. Now I will be, because you're serving pure Vaishnavas. So the point is, the milk there is quote unquote inanimate. But with aristocratic birth and burning on that fire, the milk is committing suicide. Because this is the world of Kevala. Everything is only Chinmaya. Completely spiritual. Again, going ahead. So Damodar Leela is coming time and again. Going ahead in that pastime. Mother Yashoda is running behind Krishna with a whipping stick. And Krishna is looking behind and rubbing his eyes and crying. And as a result, what is happening? Krishna's eyes, because of that kajal, have gone big and it's becoming like the eyes of Jagannath. Because from both sides, the kajal, Rudantam muhu netram yugmam rijantam. With both his eyes, he's rubbing his eyes. With both his hands. So, speaking, the kajal has gone up. So, Jagannath Swami. Krishna is showing to Mother Yashoda, I am the Lord of the universe, but look, I'm running for my life. So much nectar is there in one pastime. So Krishna is running and Mother Yashoda is running with a whipping stick. At this point, the Acharyas say Mother Yashoda's hair goes loose and the flower starts falling. No, it's not that the flower starts falling. The flowers on the top of the head of Mother Yashoda start thinking. They are seeing the whole pastime from. Imagine if you put a camera. Sometimes people put cameras, they stick it to a fish or some underwater aquatic, and then the camera sees all through the underwater scene as the fish is swimming. And people here keep a note of what different images that they're capturing. So the flowers are seated on the top of Mother Yashoda's head and they see the whole pastime from the head's view. And they're talking to each other and saying, Na bhuto na bhavishyati. Never in the past, nor in the present, never in the future will we ever see the Lord running for his life, really afraid. We don't deserve to be on the head of such a glorious lady. We have to jump from here and fall at her feet. And the flowers started jumping from the head to fall at the feet of Mother Yashoda. And quote unquote externally it was seen as the flowers were falling because of her running. But the reality is in the spiritual world, everything is animate. Everything walks, everything talks, everything moves, everything is transcendental. Therefore, that world is called Kaivalya. The world of Kevalata, only spirit, no matter. This world is not Kaivalya. No Kaivalya. Because this is Kaivalya in the sense only matter is there. Little spirit. But there, only spiritual. Krishna's internal potency is working. So therefore that world is called Kaivalya. Here, Gajendra is saying, Kaivalya Nathaya. My Lord, you are the Lord of that abode, which is a completely transcendental. You are the Lord of that abode. You are the Lord of that abode. Completely transcendental world. But why is Gajendra saying that here? To say, my Lord, although you are the Lord of that spiritual world, you are coming when I, in a material body, is calling out your coming. If you are the Lord of the spiritual world, you should deal only with things which are spiritual. I am the Lord of the spiritual world. But my Lord, you are the Lord of everything, the spiritual world and the material world. And although the spiritual world is higher in nature, by priority, you are putting those devotees who even here call out to you. I am spirit, but I am trapped in this material body, so you can say, no, I am Kaivalyanath. I am the Lord of that which is all spiritual. But still, this person with material consciousness is calling out to you, you are coming, personally. Kaivalyanath. You are the Lord, Kaivalyanathaya. Now, we could say, well, Krishna is the Lord of spiritual world and material world. Then why is he called here only as the Lord of the spiritual world? Because if a person owns 1 crore, you will not explicitly say that he also has 10 rupees. उनके पास 1 करोड़ है, 10 रुपए भी है. अरे 1 करोड़ है तो 10 रुपए तो होगा ही. So if he is Kaivalyanath, of course he owns this also. If he owns spirit, Aparayam itastvanyam prakritim vidhine param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayetam daryate jagat. 7:5 Gita. Among the two energies, spiritual energy is higher. So Krishna is the Lord of the higher potency, Kaivalyanath, which is like he possessing 1 crore. So of course he possesses the inferior thing also. Of course, that goes without saying. Like in Guruvayur, you may have heard this very famous story. How we had a very exalted scholar by the name Narayana Bhattadri. And at the same time, you also had a very simple-hearted person by the name Pundana Nambudri. He was a Brahmana, very simple-hearted. He was not very scholarly like Narayana Bhattadri, but very devoted. So while chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, to call out to the Lord as Amara Prabhu, the Lord of Amara, liberation. By mistake, in the division of the words, Pundana Nambudri said Mara Prabhu. But Mara also means the trees. So when Narayana Bhattadri heard this, he said, what are you chanting? Mara Prabhu? He's Amara Prabhu. He is the Lord of liberation and immortality. He's not the Lord of the trees. Hey, what is this? Mara Prabhu? So Pundana Nambudri said, my Lord, I don't know, I just chanted what you I don't know Sanskrit, I'm just speaking. Narayana Bhattadri said, yeah, correct it. It is Amara Prabhu, not Mara Prabhu. That night when Narayana Bhattadri went to sleep, the Supreme Lord came in his dream and he said, you rascal, when I am Amara Prabhu, am I not also Mara Prabhu? I am the Prabhu for Mara, Amara, everything. So you call me as the Lord of immortality, he calls me as the Lord of the trees. It is the same. I am the Lord for everything. So as much as I am Amara Prabhu, so much so I am even Mara Prabhu. So similarly, Krishna is Kaivalyanath. That doesn't mean he is not Jagannath. He owns everything. He owns the bigger thing, the bigger picture. Therefore, even in the Putana pastime, Krishna is called as Characharatma. Characharatma sa nimi lite kshanaha. That Krishna closed his eyes when Putana came. Who closed? Characharatma, the Lord of everything that's moving in non-moving. So here he is Kaivalyanath. Let's go to the last one. This is Bhagavatam. Prabhupada said we have to study Bhagavatam. Did Prabhupada say that? He said, don't read Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam. And word by word, Srila Prabhupada has given us. So, Nirvana Sukha Samvide. Is everybody able to see? So the word of Varna, of the Nirvana, the word Varna refers to suffering. That's where the word Ban also comes up. Arrow. The word arrow is called Ban. Why? Or the bow and arrow. Why? Because it only gives suffering. What happens when you shot with a bow and arrow? Suffering, correct? So Varna refers to suffering. Ban also comes from the same origin. So Nirvana means no suffering. Sukha Samvide. Krishna is the only person who can give that happiness which has no tinge of suffering. People in this world can give us happiness, but there is little happiness and more suffering. Like for example, some people have pleasure in smoking a cigarette. So how much proportion of happiness is there in comparison to the proportion of suffering? The lung cancer that is waiting for you ahead is so much in comparison to that whatever time, I don't know how much time it takes, but whatever minutes maybe, I don't know. And that too, it is a mental perception of happiness. It is not even happiness. It is the mindset with things. Oh, if I do this, I will be happy. So, first of all, no sukha. It is not even sukha. And that too is just awaited with so much dukkha. Similarly, drinking. People want to drink to stay high forever. But when that intoxication goes away, they realize, oh my God, then again they go into one more bottle. So, first of all, there is no happiness there. It is just a mental viewpoint or perception that if I get to that, I will be happy. And that also doesn't stay forever and brings only suffering. So that's the nature of material enjoyment, quote unquote. In one example of the Puranas, it is described, one sage is asked, how do you describe material happiness in this world? And the sage says, take a man by the head and push his face into water and keep him down for about 10 seconds. And when he starts gasping for breath, pull him out. And now when he gets a couple of more breaths, push him back into water. Now the point when you're removed from that water and you that is considered to be material happiness. So it is not happiness, it is break from suffering. Break from material suffering is called happiness in this world. Yehi samsparshad abhoga dukkhayo naya evate adhyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Krishna defines happiness in this world in a very beautiful way. Should we hear Krishna's definition? Krishna says, the happiness of this world is a mother through whose womb future suffering is born. Every happiness in this world is a pregnant mother, in whose womb our future suffering is going to take place. Every happiness. Which means only suffering. Only suffering. This world, even if you get sweet rice, the sweetness will be there, but maybe the rice is uncooked. Imagine drinking sweet rice where the rice is cooked but it is not sweet. Or it is sweet but the rice is half finished, little hard. So what is happening? You're getting some taste, but also the teeth is catching all the uncooked rice. That is the nature of happiness in this world. Some rasa will flow into your mouth, but the uncooked suffering is also going to come. This is happiness in this world. Even demigods cannot help. They also give like this only sweet rice. We asked them, last night we were saying, that the demigods are like jailers. They will not take you out of the jail. Maximum what they can give you is one extra soap inside the jail. We will be in the jail. Only thing the jailer can do is give you an extra blanket or extra soap, or maybe increase the fan by one. That's all. But he will not take you out. So demigods cannot take us out of this material world. The happiness that they can give is Vana Sukha. They'll give that extra soap, but again the soap is over, so there's no more. So soap is bringing Harsha and Shoka. So like shaving, it gives the sukha of the shaving, but also gives the dukkha of the cut. So that blade represents material happiness. It goes back and forth. But only Krishna gives nirvana sukha. Only Krishna can take us out of this jail. Krishna can give that pleasure which has not even the reflection of one dot of suffering, whether in the past, present or future. Aisa nahi ki, okay, Krishna will give you happiness, but after 10 million years, there will be one dot of suffering. No. Nirvana sukha samvide. Gajendra is saying this point to the reader, saying, Baba, you want happiness? Chase Krishna. He is going to give you sukha, but nirvana sukha. Nirvana sukha. Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita sadhanam. Krishna gives that happiness which is like an ocean without the bed and without the shores. And this ocean keeps expanding unlimitedly forever. So Gajendra, as a philosophical principle, is teaching the readers that if we search for happiness, we have to chase Krishna. Look everywhere, 7 billion human population. Different languages are spoken, different codes of conduct, different dressing styles. Everything different. Time zones are different. Some are driving to the left, some are driving to the right. Everything is different. But there's one thing common in every single being, not just humans, even animals. They all want happiness. If you throw a stone at a dog also, it runs away. Well, it takes one to know one. They're having some music also when I spoke my mother tongue. So if you throw a stone at a dog, the dog doesn't like. But as soon as you give biscuit, even the dog wags its tail and comes. It's continuously wanting for love. Even animals, even birds, you give into the beak. Okay? Even they want it. But if you do this, they will fly away. Even birds and animals, what to speak of humans? Everybody is looking for some emotional comfort, some happiness. So Gajendra is speaking to everyone. Hey Sukha Abhilashi. Oh, all of us who are looking for happiness, don't look for Vana Sukha. Nirvana Sukha Samvidhe. Go to Krishna for happiness. He will give that. So Gajendra is making this point philosophically, and at the same time, in his perspective, he's calling out and he's saying, Hey Nirvana Sukha Samvidhe. Because all the demigods are hovering over on the top. They're looking at Gajendra. So Gajendra is saying, no, all Vana Sukha. No. Cut off, side. It's the side. Only Nirvana Sukha. He's clearing the air. Nirvana Sukha. So everybody say, oh, okay. I cannot give Nirvana Sukha. And he's calling out to the Lord. He said, my Lord, I am not calling you out to free me from the crocodile bite. I am calling you out to free me from the crocodile bite of material existence. I don't want to be in this world. The misconception is, we think that Gajendra is calling out to the Lord to find help for that crocodile. But no, he's taking the help of the crocodile situation to speak his heart out to Krishna. He's saying the bigger crocodile is material existence. This crocodile has caught only my feet, that too only in this birth. But Maya called crocodile has caught my whole consciousness, all lifetimes. Krishna, that is the bigger crocodile. Save me from that and give me Nirvana Sukha. I don't want another birth. Please accept me as yours. Stita dholi sadrisham vichititayam. See, Shikshashtaka is also there. Now, another 10 minutes to go? Or we should stop?
Okay.
Another 5 minutes. So in this way, each verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with so much nectar. So much nectar. Unlimited. Nigama kalpatarur galitam phalam. Galitam phalam. It is so juicy. There is no seed. There is no cover from outside. Only mango juice. Every word. Kaivalya nathaya. Nirvana sukha samvidhe. So much nectar. Our acharyas have chewed on these verses all their life in ecstasy. Gajendra's pastime is very, very glorious and very significant. How many times have we seen a crocodile being caught by an elephant being caught by a crocodile on National Geographic? There are so many cases like that. This is not the only case. So many times crocodiles go inside, elephants go inside and crocodiles catch them. Goes on, so many examples. But their names are not there in Ashtam Skandha, 8th canto. Only one, Gajendra's name is there. Similarly, so many women, it is a very sad state in the present situation. So many women, unfortunately, get disrobed and attacked in so many places around this world. But their names are not there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Gajendra's name is there. Draupadi's name is there. Why? Because what happened to them is very common, is very ordinary. But their response made it extraordinary. When we are caught by a crocodile of problem, we look for our spouse and children around for help, our near and dear ones. But Gajendra called out to Krishna, Namaha Atma Pradipaya. Draupadi could have called out around, but she called out to Krishna. There is a misconception about the Mahabharata also, that Draupadi, when she was almost attempted to be disrobed by Dushasan, she first went and begged to Bhima, then she begged to Bhishma, then she begged to Dronacharya, somebody help me, and then when nothing worked, she went to Krishna. It was not like that. It was not so melodramatic. Maybe for TRP, V.R. Chopra did it, but it was not like that. Draupadi, as soon as it started, she just called out to Krishna. The ultimate Rakshak is only Krishna. How many of you understand Hindi? Oh, this is wonderful. I will share something. About Krishna, it is said, जीवन हमारा बिगड़ा है, रक्षक हमारा तगड़ा है. जीवन हमारा बिगड़ा है. All of our lives are bigda. For someone it is mother-in-law, for someone it is father-in-law, someone it is daughter-in-law, someone it is this-in-law, that-in-law. Jatila and Kutila are there in all perspectives. No one can escape. But Rakshak hamara tagda hai. We have Narasimhadev with us. If we don't go to him, we lose opportunity of making spiritual advancement. Draupadi, her response was extraordinary. She could have gone to Bhima. Oh, what is Dushasan in comparison to Bhima? But no, she wanted to make spiritual advancement with the situation that she was offered. She didn't want freedom from that situation. She wanted freedom from material contamination and elevation and consciousness using that situation. Gajendra, what happened to him is ordinary, but his response made the whole situation extraordinary. So the take-home lesson from this is that the example is that of a donkey. The donkey stuck in a well is braying constantly. I'm not going to show you how. Because last time when I did, you were laughing. And everybody is looking at my face. Donkey. When the donkey is stuck in a dead, deep, dry well, and spraying all day, people felt so troubled. They started throwing bricks inside to kill the donkey. But the donkey set the bricks one over another and climbed and came out of the well. So throwing of the bricks may be there, but what to do with those bricks is what makes us special. Devotees have problems, non-devotees have problems. But the response that devotees give make them devotional. If we call out to Krishna amidst our problems, we are making spiritual advancement. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu vismartavyo na jatuche sarva vidhi nishedastu etayor eva kinkaraha. The essence of all advice is to approach Krishna and remember him. So if mother-in-law is troubling, or father-in-law is troubling, or daughter-in-law is troubling, or spouse is troubling, or children are troubling, or financial problems, or this problem, that problem, they are like bricks. But we will be a successful winner if we use those bricks to get out of the well of material existence. Every time we have a problem, just go to Krishna. He is the protector. No one else is the protector. Your bank cannot protect you. Suddenly, the bank says, Tala, finished. All that money is gone. If one government policy changes, you see, just with the note currency issue, everybody started going helter-skelter. All Ashtasattvic vikar for all economic people. Tears are coming, hair standing on end in fear, and what to do? Gad. They didn't know where to dump all these cash bills. So one government policy can put our life upside down. Our aim in life is not to solve that problem. Our aim is to approach Krishna with that problem, to make spiritual advancement and dependence on the Lord. Emotional dependence. Whether it is slipping from the stairs or having an accident, whatever it may be, remembering Krishna is the essence. So amidst suffering, extreme suffering, if we are remembering Krishna, our life is glorious. Prahlad Maharaj was being roasted, he remembered Krishna, he became Mahajan. Draupadi suffering, remembered Krishna, Mahajan. Kunti Devi suffering, remembered Krishna, great soul. Haridas Thakur being whipped, remembered Krishna, Namacharya. Who didn't have suffering? What we do with that suffering makes us glorious. Invariably, 99% take that suffering to people around in this world to get some sympathy. Solution तो मिलता नहीं, sympathy भी नकली बनावटी मिलती है. You go and then person say, yeah, he shouldn't have said that, right? And then the same situation, same person will go behind and say, why is he talking like this? Our problem just increases by going to mere mortals who are also themselves in problems. So every time we have tears, going in front of Krishna is the solution. So if we are having suffering and we remember Krishna, we are glorious. It's not suffering, it is bhakti. And if you are having happiness and we forget Krishna in that, oh, that's not happiness, that's suffering. Go to Namaste.